Rebecca Touton, the Wellness Manager here at the Cambridge Health Alliance. And for today's routine, we're going to do a total body strength workout that you can do without ever getting on the ground. So for today's routine, the two things that you're going to need is a chair or some kind of solid surface that's not going to roll away from you. So whether that's a dining room chair that you push up against a wall, it could be a coffee table or a regular dining room table or even a desk, just something that's able to support your weight. The other thing that you're going to need is a solid surface that's a wall, something that you can lean up against just a little bit and are able to push your hands up and down. All right, so we are going to get started by warming up, working on the top of our body all the way down. So starting with our shoulders, we're going to have a slight bend to our knees, keeping our hips nice and neutral. If hands come on top of our shoulders, we are going to bring our elbows forward, up, back, and down. 10 circles here. 3, 4, 5. Bringing it up nice and high, back, squeezing those shoulder blades together, making the biggest circles that you can. Keeping that rib cage nice and neutral, centered over the top of your spinal column. One more. Reverse directions. I'm going to go backwards, up, and down. Biggest circles that you can, bringing those shoulder blades together. Up, forward, nice. Three more. 2, and 3. Very nice. Shake those arms out. And we're going to inhale, sweep our hands overhead. Then exhale, come to the left. Lifting up through the rib cage, trying not to collapse into that side body. Back to center, up, over to the right. Center, bringing up, over to the left. Center up, over to the right. Back to center, up, over to the left. Staying nice and long through that side body, trying not to collapse into our rib cage here. No pinching, but really lifting up as much as you can. Up, over to the left. Center, up, over to the right. Very good. We're going to come now into our space on the wall. And now the goal of this exercise is that we're actually going to be strengthening the space in between our shoulder blades. So we are going to come against the wall, leaning against it. Knees can be slightly bent. The goal is to have your back against the wall and keep your rib cage and your shoulders against the wall. Bringing your hands together in front, perhaps elbows touch. And now we're going to open to the side, hopefully getting our fingertips to the wall and working towards getting our elbows there. So for some of us, getting our elbows on the wall is going to be quite challenging. Others say, piece of cake. That's okay, all different places. Keeping our fingertips on the wall and our shoulders down, away from our ears, we're going to press our hands overhead, sliding up. Again, keeping our shoulders down, away from our ears, and a body against the wall. Elbows come back down, shoulder blades squeezing together. If you're finding that your hips and your lower back are trying to get away from the wall, simply bend your knees a little bit more to kind of get into that position. Fingertips against the wall, slide those hands up overhead, trying to keep those elbows against the wall as much as you can, and back down. So we're going to continue this sliding motion, bringing it up, back down, squeezing those shoulder blades together as you come down. Shoulders stay away from your ears, hands up. Try the best you can to keep those hands on the wall, keep those elbows on the wall. Bringing it up, and back down. 3 more, bringing it up, back down. I can feel it, I can feel it. Bringing it up. And back down. One last one. Sliding those hands up. Woo. And back down. Very nice. Oh, shake those arms out. Now if you want, you can press pause and do that routine one more time. But if you're feeling like once is enough, honor it and move on to the next one. So we're gonna start working on the lower body now, and then we'll end with our core. So we're gonna just set the chair aside for one moment. I'm gonna turn to the side just so you can face me. For this first exercise, right leg is forward, left leg is back, coming into a little bit of a lunge. Hips are square to the front of the space. Knee can be slightly bent as you reach your hands up, nice and high towards the sky. No pinch in the lower back, lifting up through the rib cage. Hands up in the air, coming down. Hands down, switch sides, right leg back, left leg forward, reaching up. A little bit of a stretch through that hip flexor. Right leg forward, left back, reaching up. Left forward, right back, reaching up. Whew. Right leg forward, left back, reaching up. Nice active stretch through that side. Right leg back, reaching up. Right leg forward, left back, reaching up. Right leg forward, left back, reaching up nice and high. All right, feeling a little bit more warmed up, we are going to grab our chair and put it right in front of us. We've done this in another video where our feet are wider than our shoulders. Hands are holding onto our solid surface, standing up nice and tall. Hinging at the hips, so hips go back towards that wall, and then we're gonna shift our weight towards the right leg, keeping our hips back so that our knee stays behind our toe. We're gonna lunge here, coming back up to standing. Pivot, so both feet are facing the right side of your space, and we're gonna lunge down, keeping our hips nice and square. Back to standing, squat down towards that right leg, stand, pivot to the side, lunge down, stand back up, back to the right, so staying on that right side, working that right leg, pivot to the right, lunge down, pivoting forward and lunging, woo-hoo, the side lunge, and then we have a regular lunge. Hips go back, so you keep that weight in the right leg as much as you can, pivoting to the right, lunge. Drive those hips back, and pivot, lunge. Drive those hips back, pivot, and lunge. Almost there, hips back, pivot, lunge, almost there. Drive those hips back, last one. Pivot, and lunge down. Woo-hoo, shake that right leg out. We're gonna move on to our left side. Again, feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Hinge those hips back, and then we're gonna lean into our left side, straightening the right leg. So keeping those hips back, we're gonna come down, stand back up, pivot to the left side of your space, and lunge. Back to standing, pivot those feet forward, down, pivot those feet to the side, and lunge. Staying on that left side, pivot, lunge, pivot forward, left side, keep as much weight in that left foot as you can for your lunge. Woo-hoo. Good morning, left leg, how are you today? I feel that you are working now. Almost there, got 3 more. Hips back, keep that weight, that knee behind that toe as much as you can. Coming down, and lunge. Last one, coming down, and lunge. Woo-hoo, shaking it out. If you want to repeat that series, you can do the exercises again on the right and on the left. Even more of a challenge, you can do it again on the right and again on the left. We're going to move on and I'll show you another exercise that we are going to do today. So the next exercise we're going to do is also for our legs, but it's going to challenge more of our hips and our glute area. So we're going to take a nice soft stance with our left leg, meaning you're not trying to lock your knee, but a little bit of a slight bend to that left knee. I'll turn to the side so you can see me. So a little bit of a bend in that left knee. We're going to lift. I should come this way, sorry. A little bit of a bend in our left knee. We're going to lift our right leg up, keeping our hips parallel to the ground. Keeping those hips parallel, open your knee to the side, keeping your knee nice and high, keeping that glute engaged, and then we're going to extend it back, getting a stretch through our left hamstring. Core engaged, right knee up, open to the side, keep that glute engaged, extend back. Bringing it up, open, squeeze that glute, and extend. Bringing it up, open, squeeze that glute, and extend. Right up, open, keep it squeezing and push it through. There you go. Got 4 more, bringing it up, open, squeeze, and back. Try to keep those hips parallel. You may notice that mine like to hike up. It's because I'm getting tired. Listen to your body and try to do better. Bringing it up, open, keep that glute squeezed, and back. Last one. Bringing it up, open, squeezing it back, and extend. So you might notice that that worked your standing leg as well as the leg that you're moving around in the circle. So it's a great exercise all around. Keeping a nice slight bend in our right knee. We're going to repeat that exercise here. A little bit of a chair for a balance. Bring that left knee up. Keep the hips as square as you can. Opening them up to the side. Squeezing that glute as you extend back. Try to keep those hips parallel to the ground. Bringing it up. We're doing 10 of them. Squeeze back. I have an injury on my right side, so you might notice that I do cheat a little bit. And it's something that I have to consciously really try to correct, especially as I'm bringing that leg back. So keep those hips as parallel as you can. Try not to cheat. But I know I'm not the best example sometimes because I'm human. And there's parts of me that need to work too. Bring it open, back, to the side. Whew, keep those hips rotated. Up, open, back, and down. Up, open, back, and down. There you go. Up, open, squeezing it high, and extend. One more here. Up, open, keep it squeezed, and extend. Well done. We are almost at the end of this workout. I'm going to take our chair, and for safety's sake, I would recommend that you push your chair up against a wall so it doesn't fly out from underneath you. But if I do that, you won't be able to see me because the camera can't see me. So wish me luck. So coming down here, you can do this on a chair, you can do it on a table, a coffee table, or if you're looking for more of a challenge, bring it all the way down to a mat. But just for the sake of demoing this exercise, I'm going to do it on a chair. Hands are going to come on top of the chair. Shoulders are stacked over the top of your wrists. Kick those legs back so you're in a plank position. Core engaged, so bringing that belly button in towards the spine. Keep that core engaged as you press into downward dog. Heels press down towards the ground, a little bit of a stretch. Tailbone tilts up high towards the ceiling. Now engage those abs and think about rolling one vertebrae at a time, keeping those abs engaged even as you roll through your shoulders. Coming here, we're going to do 5 of these. Pushing it back into downward dog. Engage those abs, pull it all in together, and come forward into your plank. Whew. Pushing it back. Engage your abs and coming forward. Make sure to let your head follow through. So we're uncurling those upper body. Pushing it back. Engage those abs coming forward. And push it back one last time. Engage those abs as you roll forward. Very nice. Okay. For the next thing, we're going to come into a side plank. So right hand is going to come on top of that chair. Legs are going to extend out to the side. Again, keeping your shoulders stacked over the top of your wrist. Try to lift through the shoulder. Don't collapse into that joint. That's where you're going to feel more pain. If you're looking for more balance, you can, if you're looking to balance more, stack your feet on top of one another. If you're looking for more stability, have a little bit more of a staggered stance. So now lifting through that side body in a side plank. You may hold it here. If you're looking for more of a challenge, bring your left hand up into the air. And then we're gonna rotate the hips, rotate the chest, rotate the shoulders down towards the ground, back up. 5 of these, rotating down, let the hips follow through. Stay tall through the shoulder. Whew, that's 2. Rotate down, 3. Nice, slow and controlled. Keep those hips up, 4. And 5, rotating down. Woohoo! Wonderful. We're gonna come to the other side. Coming onto our left shoulder, extending those legs out to the side, lifting through that shoulder. Again, lifting your hips up away from the ground too. Right arm comes up high into the air. Maybe this is enough of a challenge for you. If you're looking for more, stay lifted here, hips are up. Rotate your right hand down towards the ground and back up high. We're doing 5. Down, hips follow through, back up, bring it down, back up, stay lifted through that shoulder, 3 more, bring it down, back up, down, and back up. 1 more, I know you got it, come on, bringing it down, and back up. Woo-hoo! That is where we're gonna leave it for today. Certainly if you wanna go through that core routine 1 more time, you can. That would be that plank to the down dog and then coming back to the plank, as well as those side rotation through a side plank. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more mobile.